So we back, part two. I guess my phone is gonna start doing this bullshit. It is what it is, right? So anyway, so let's get into it, man. So anyway, this is Kevin Garnett, a former Celtics, defends the Boston Celtics in their playoff path at the end of the day. So let's get into it because you got a lot of people out here just talking a bunch of bullshit, just hating on the Celtics at this point. It is what it is, man. Anyway, let's get into it.
Media seems to think that the Celtics have not been challenged yet due to the injuries they faced along the way. What are your thoughts?
Man, listen, this is what I had a problem with, everybody. The niggas on the road. You're supposed to get your ass beat on the road, dog. You're down on the road.
And for as long as I've been watching basketball and like people that I love watching basketball with coming up as a young age, as a kid, you know, most teams for the most part won at home in the playoffs, right? They always say the series don't start until somebody win on somebody's home floor, right? So when the Celtics is out here winning on niggas' floors, it's all kind of excuses on why they don't win. But when we don't win, right? When we don't win, it's we frauds, right? And let's just say the runs where we didn't make it, right? The Celtics is frauds, Tatum and them not ready. But don't nobody say, oh yeah, Tatum, you know, they was missing this player that year. They was missing a key player this year. Tatum got hurt here. Brown got hurt here. Kemba got hurt here. This player was out here. Marcus Smart was out here in this series. So, you know, people don't make these excuses when it comes down to the Celtics. And I got to keep harping on that because at the end of the day, like I said, at this point, this is just hate. It's hate. It ain't nothing else but hate. Don't nobody do this shit with nobody else. Motherfuckers give LeBron credit for this. Motherfuckers give Kobe credit for winning against the Boston Celtics without Kendrick Perkins and shit. Having 38 fucking free throws, 27 free throws in the fourth quarter. Don't nobody make excuses for that shit, but we love these people. Even Jordan, you can criticize certain runs that he might have even had, right? But that we don't motherfucking get out here and pull down on these niggas like that, man, and undermine these niggas' process and shit like that. Don't nobody say, hey, Jordan, your first ring, fam, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he was hurt, and Magic Johnson was a shell of himself. Don't nobody say that. Because Kareem Abdul-Jabbar didn't even play in Jordan's first series, right? But don't nobody say nothing about that. But only when the Boston Celtics do niggas want to jump out here and jump in front of the train at the end of the day that they see coming. They jump in front of a train that they see coming and start making narratives. And if niggas lose, then they frauds. But anyway, let's let this keep going, man.
Oh, okay. So you're playing the home team at home. The home team is beating your ass like they're supposed to. They came back and they beat you. Listen, it's not the Celtics' fault that niggas is getting hurt. It's not the Celtics' fault that people are dropping like flies. It goes back to my subconscious. Halliburton, them ain't played this far into May, bro. They ain't come, man. Listen.
And that's very key, right? That's very key that KG said that at the end of the day because, bro, a lot of these teams at the end of the day that the Celtics been playing, they're gonna make late. They're not so used to playing late. Like the Pacers, bro, that's a bunch of young players on the team. They're not used to being that. They're not conditioned enough to get their body ready to actually think about and physically be ready to play from fucking September all the way into fucking June. May. We in May right now, about to hit June. They're not conditioned for that shit. So for Halliburton dropping, Jimmy Butler been kind of in and out anyway the whole season. He been hurt all season. When it comes to Devin Mitchell, like I said, them niggas not ready to be making. Devin Mitchell ain't never been nowhere past the second round. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's just keep going, man. Shout out to KG, man.
What I'm getting mad at is that no one in the basketball world is respecting the process of these young stars having to go through the process. And we're in the middle of those players in the process. Their bodies, you remember when you was in high school and you went to college and you got to college and they made you lift weights? You know why they was doing that?
And that's a fact. Like for me personally, I've been lifting weights since I was like 12 years old, right? My first time hitting the YMCA was at 12, so I would hit the weights then. And with the guy that, because I was playing basketball at that time, and what the guy would tell me is that hitting these weights at the end of the day is what's going to build down your foundation. So when you playing against kids that's your particular age, you're going to be a lot more advanced than kids that's not used to lifting no weights or putting in, you know what I mean? They're not used to that shit. So you're going to be supremely stronger than a lot of people in general at that age, athletically stronger and everything. You're already working out. So that's the thing when it comes down to that. So when you start to reach certain levels as far as basketball go, at the end of the day, bro, like I said, I use this analogy when I just talked about the WNBA the other day. When you playing within your city, that's one thing. When you start doing AAU and you playing a regional or national, at the end of the day, you playing players from fucking down south. You're playing players from the West Coast that you ain't never seen before. And this, that, and the third, you playing amongst the elite for 14 and 15 years old, 15, 16, 13, 12, 11, 12. You're playing against a lot of elite competition. And most of these kids that play in AAU anyway, they end up making the league. That's just a fact. So it is what it is. You're playing against elite competition, so it's going to be different. It's no different from when we're looking at the NBA and we're looking at a young team like the Pacers and what they went through with the Boston Celtics. They gave the Boston Celtics hell. Absolutely gave them hell. Was the number one team scoring in the league, right? But this narrative about the Boston Celtics had this cakewalk, y'all got to stop that bullshit at the end of the day. Real talk, and y'all niggas just hating. Period.
You have to acclimate your body to the college level of play. You got in college, you came to the pros, same thing. They made you get stronger for the league. This is one of those processes that you got to go through so that you can go deep into the playoffs and have some vision. That's all this is. So it's not the Celtics' fault. What do you mean not challenged? To be on the road down 18 ain't a challenge?
Bro, to be on the road, period, is tough. For any of y'all that played, whether it was high school, shit, some even rec leagues. When you playing in certain areas, motherfuckers gonna come in there with the crowd. Certain teams you play against is gonna come in there with the crowd. It's a neutral ground, but some motherfuckers gonna come in there with the crowd and they gonna be heckling and they gonna have all the energy, this, that, and the third, because everybody cheering them on. Like I said, for me personally, when I was in high school or when I was playing, growing up and shit like that in my teen years, playing in rec leagues, my favorite thing is people had like their parents and their family and friends, everybody out there cheering for them. My job was to get out there and silence the crowd, period. There was nothing more better. Because like I said, it's always good when you could perform in front of your people that you love and people that's cheering you on. That's one thing. But it take a special dog to love to do that shit on the road. And one thing about the Boston Celtics, they love to do the shit on the road. At home, they might be shaky. The pressure, this, that, and the third. They kind of kneeled at that a little bit, which I don't like. They better at it this year, though. But at the end of the day, on the road, they ain't lost on the road. That means they got that dog in them. You know what I'm saying? And for people not respecting that, and people running around here trying to tear Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown apart and shit like that, man, y'all niggas is corny for that.
This is where the basketball people start to separate. This is where the water and oil start to separate. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Bro, to be somebody on the goddamn road, be down 18 is a monster. You gotta be a monster to do that.
They talking about.
Now, mind you, these are players that have actually played in the NBA Hall of Famers. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you call Matt Barnes a Hall of Famer, but I remember watching Matt Barnes, hellified player, hellified just dog out there, 3-and-D kind of guy. He was kind of the 3-and-D guy back in the day. Stephen Jackson, we already know Stephen Jackson, the OG. I may not agree with him politically all the time, but as far as his basketball, at the end of the day, the man did his thing. And we already know who the fuck Kevin Garnett is. You know what I'm saying? The Celtics need to retire that nigga jersey for winning the ring here back in 2008. It is what it is. We'll see that day sometime. But it is what it is. But absolutely, this is why I say y'all can't be listening to these people on the mainstream media because they don't know what the fuck they be talking about. And a lot of these people at the end of the day, they ain't played like that. They ain't played. They don't know what it's like. They ain't none of that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you can't listen to these people at the end of the day. So let's get into this dude, Amin Al-Hassan, doesn't believe the Celtics have been tested. Anyway, let's listen to this.
What they can know.
Once again, fair accuse.
I feel like we have seen the Celtics be tested and answer the call. Do you feel like that, Amin? I mean, do you feel like we have finally seen what they can know?
This nigga cheesing and shit over here happy. You a hoe ass nigga. I just want to let that nigga, Amin, know that. I mean, you a hoe. You a straight hoe, straight up and down. I ain't even gonna sit up here and hold you, fam. You a straight clown on here. And you it, nigga. clown ass nigga. But at the end of the day, like I said, the Celtics go back. They motherfucking win game 1. Go against Miami Heat. Yes, no Jimmy Butler. They lose game 2 at home. Oh, man, I don't know. The Celtics, man, they might be frauds. Miami might make another shocker and eliminate a top seed again. What happens? Celtics win the next 3 games, get Miami the fuck up out of there like they supposed to. Cleveland comes. They beat Cleveland. Cleveland got their players. Without Porzingis, right? We win game 1, right? We all know that what's the boy name? Jared Allen was out, right? Comes back, game 2. They beat us at home, game 2. Oh man, here it is, same Celtics. Even myself, I was like, man, this shit might fuck around, go 6 games. But if they are who I think they are, they're gonna get them boys up out of there in 5 games. What they do? They win the next 3. Get them out of there in 5 games. When it comes down to the Indiana Pacers have been knocking everybody off, this, that, and the third, took out Giannis and them. Y'all, a lot of media darlings at the end of the day, not Giannis and them right out the box at the end of the day. They've been playing well. They're respected. They come out, game 1, almost beat us. We had to motherfucking pull a rabbit out the hat, Jaylen Brown hitting the 3 in the corner for some crazy shit for us to steal game 1 in overtime. We make that happen. Oh, man, they might get him. I thought we was going to lose game 2. I ain't going to sit up and hold you. I'd be lying if I told y'all niggas that I thought the Celtics was going to – I thought it was going to be the same pattern. They're going to lose game 2. They'll bounce back game 3 because they better on the road. They come back game 2. Jaylen Brown dropped a 40-piece. We go up 2-0. They go down game 3. Pacers come out smoking. You know what I'm saying? Point blank period. They come out smoking, doing their thing. Can't miss. Got the Celtics down 18 on the road. Pacer Arena was lit. You know what I'm saying? On the road, down 18. Come down fourth quarter. I think they was down by like 15, some shit like that. Find a way to win the fucking game. And niggas is making excuses. Oh, Halliburton wasn't there. This, that, and the third. Okay, bang. Game 4 comes down. Another tough game. And the Pacers, if I'm not mistaken, is one of the best offenses in the playoffs. In the playoffs. Well, I'm not even saying regular season. In the playoffs, they one of the best motherfucking they one of the best goddamn offenses in the goddamn league in the playoffs. No respect for that. So they win. And this bitch ass nigga gonna get up here and he gonna say, they ain't been tested. You know, they ain't played nobody. All these players, like I said, at the end of the day, when you at home teams are supposed to get it done. And at the end of the day, if we want to make excuses for players not being there, we can do that literally for everybody's ring, fam. We really could. Y'all not talking to somebody who don't know the game, bro. I know the game. You're not about to sit up here and y'all bitch-ass niggas ain't going to start doing it now because it's the Celtics that might be running through that motherfucking door for that championship. Y'all not going to start this shit now. We're not doing that because y'all hate Jason Tatum and y'all hate Jaylen Brown. We're not doing that. We're not doing that shit. Y'all niggas better cut that shit out at the end of the day. But anyway, let's let this clown-ass nigga go ahead and keep going.
Oh, not at all?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Look, here's the deal. I'm watching an Indiana team that is giving it away. And giving it away in true youth. Like, they just don't know what they're doing.
So they don't know what they're doing. But at the end of the day, like I said, they were up. So you're not going to give no credit. So no credit goes to the Boston Celtics. No credit goes to the Boston Celtics for being down and getting out here and snatching the jaws of defeat from the Pacers. They don't get no credit for that. It's just, oh, the Pacers is young and the Pacers is inexperienced. And it's fucking excuses, bro. Excuses that y'all using. Y'all didn't do that for LeBron. When LeBron was playing all these young-ass teams, getting to the finals all them goddamn times, y'all didn't do that for LeBron. And like I said, D-Wade, that's my man, 100 grand, and he won championships with LeBron. But y'all didn't make those excuses when LeBron was going on his run with the Miami Heat. Y'all didn't do that. Y'all didn't say, oh, the Pacers with Paul George was a young team and inexperienced. Y'all didn't say it back in when they beat the young Boston Celtics in 7 games. Y'all didn't say that, oh, Tatum was a rookie, Brown was in his second year. Y'all didn't make these fucking excuses, bro. Marcus Smart was only 3 years into his career. Y'all didn't make these excuses. So we're not doing this shit now. Period. We're not doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when Michael Jordan won his first championship, everybody tends to forget that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar didn't play. He didn't play. And Magic Johnson had a back injury. You know what I'm saying? So Magic Johnson and the key player of the Lakers was out that series. But don't nobody bring that up. But now y'all want to get up here and talk this shit when it comes to the Celtics. Man, listen, man. I'm not trying to hear that shit, man. I'm not trying to hear that shit. Just because y'all know we over here sniffing at the door of banner 18, y'all not about to come up here and fuck up the vibe. We not doing that. We not doing this shit. Trying to taint the championship if we get that motherfucker. We not doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Whoever in the finals, and that team has injuries and they win, I can't put an asterisk or whatever. They won the title. But the reality is, Rachel's asking me, have they been tested? I'm saying, if you're being tested by Andrew Nemhard and Isaiah Jackson, what are you going to do when you play them guys?
Who you talking about, Luka and Kyrie? Come on, man. Stop playing, man. And this is crazy, man. Whatever, man. Let's just keep going, man.
Going through is not reality. It's not. So reality is going to show up, and you're going to have to be able to make those right plays, those right executions, right? Those right defensive rotation. You can't be sloppy like they've been against Indiana, because when you give Indiana opportunities, they find a way to fuck it up anyway. Dallas ain't going to do that. You fuck around like that against them, you're going to be down 3-0 in a series.
For me, it's becoming kind of.
And this is all these newfound Luka fans because they just want to see anybody get it but Boston. I swear to God, at this point, this is a whole narrative going on. And this is sick, man. Like I told y'all, people don't respect basketball no more. This shit is all about narratives, and they just want to give everything to the York. Listen, I'm gonna keep it. Everything has been going to the overseas players. Period. Let's just tell it like it is at the end of the day, bro. Giannis winning MVPs. Where he from? He from Greece. Embiid winning MVPs. Where he from? He from goddamn Cameroon, right? When it come down to the goddamn Joker winning 3 fucking MVPs, bro, and winning the championship last year. Where he from? Siberia. And now they jumping on Luka. Where Luka from? Sylvania or some shit like that, bro. They over here trying to do some bullshit at the end of the day, and they just don't care about their American players no more, bro. And all these, the media is just trying to do anything to tear apart and just break down what the Boston Celtics may accomplish this year. And I'm not going for it, man. I'm not going for it, man. At the end of the day, it is what it is, man. Let's let the shit keep going.
Laughable how the narrative is now shifting for this Boston Celtics team. We've watched them dominate all year long. Yeah. Since the beginning of the season, we've said there's not a team in the East that can fuck with this Boston team. Now that we get to the Eastern Conference playoffs, it's like, well, they haven't been tested. We've been saying it all year. There's nobody that can match up with them.
Shout out to fucking DeMarcus Cousins, man. He might be the only one in the, well, besides KG, but as I just played for y'all. But, bro, he keeping it real, bro. The Celtics have been dominating all year. So for niggas to get to, now we in the playoffs. Now we here at the dance. We at the dance now. Niggas want to, because y'all wanted to see them lose. Y'all wanted to see them lose. Just admit that, bro. Just admit that, man. God damn, man. Just say you wanted to see them niggas lose. All this shit about them being tested and shit, that's some fake ass shit, man. That's some fake shit narrative that y'all over here trying. Oh, Tatum was really salty that Brown won the MVP of the Eastern Conference. Y'all just out here doing anything. Y'all crashing out here because y'all hate the Celtics that much, bro. But it is what it is, man. Y'all niggas gonna tell y'all niggas right now, man. Y'all niggas gonna motherfucking eat. Listen, man. Y'all better be ready to motherfucking, man. Look, I'm gonna be tasting a lot of tears when the Celtics win. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna be tasting a lot of tears when we get that banner 18. Real talk.
Been calling it all year. Boston is coming out of the East. It didn't matter how it was going to happen. We knew this team was coming out. They are the most well put together team as far as defenders, as far as playmakers, as far as shooters, veterans, big man. They have a complete roster. This team was built to be at this stage. They built this team specifically to be in the finals, and it's working. Mm-hmm. I'm just confused as to now why we expected them to have more of a challenge throughout this run. Like, it's been called since day one. They were going to sweep.
Thank you for look at this clown at me. Look at this clown at me. Look at his face. Even Rachel Nick was like, yeah, he cooked you on that. Yes, he cooked his bitch ass at the end of the day. Rightfully deserved. Cooked that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to DeMarcus Cousins, DeMarcus Cousins who actually played in the NBA, somebody who was actually an all-star in the NBA. This is what I'm saying. Like, people who don't play the game, they get up here and they just just be saying anything, bro. If you ain't never competed, bro, like I said, at the end of the day, a lot of people run on numbers. Oh, yeah, well, the analytics say this, and the analytics don't mean shit. Everything is all about the eye test and what you know about the game, and if you actually played the game, you know what it takes at the end of the day for these players. Don't just walk out of the bed and just motherfucking do what they do. It's a lot that goes into this shit. It's a lot of time that goes into this shit. Athletes probably put more time into their work. I mean, like real athletes, real niggas that's like really good at what they do. Nigga, they put more time into their craft than most of us do at our 9-to-5 jobs. That's a fact. That's a whole fact. Most of their day consume of the shit that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. But like I said, man, this dude, Amin, is a straight clown at the end of the day. And this is why you can't be listening to a lot of niggas. And like I said, man, this niggas I got respect for on YouTube, man. But niggas is just hating when it comes to the Celtics, man. I just hope when we win this shit that niggas give niggas their proper dues, bro. That's all I ask for niggas I rock with. You know what I'm saying? And y'all niggas know who y'all are, man. It is what it is, man. But just give niggas they just do, bro. It is what it is, man. But who knows, man? The league might want it to still be international because it's been an international takeover for the last 3 years. You know, we just got to keep it a dollar bean. The last American champion was what? Kawhi Leonard? Kawhi? No, LeBron in 2020. So yeah, LeBron in 2020. Other than that, who won it? Steph won it in 2021. But as far as the impactful awards, like Joker had 3 years, Embiid had a year, Giannis won a championship within that year. They've been priming up Luka forever, you know what I'm saying? And it looks like that's who they want to get to the finals at the end of the day. But we'll see what happens with that series. But like I said,